Whatever it is that you are starting, you have to understand that it is your dream. It is not the other people's dreams. People don't owe you anything. It is your dream. Then what are you working towards if you don't even have where you want to see yourself? You basically just want to be here. We keep saying, no, I'll do it someday. When is someday? Constantly doubting yourself. You constantly questioning, what if I can't do it? But what if you can? The year is almost ending. You know exactly what goals you set for yourself beginning of the year that you haven't started or that you are too afraid to start. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Open Diary with Ezzy. My name is Ezisani and today is Wednesday. And as you know, Wednesday we have a nice little sit down to talk about things that have to do with life. Today's topic is rather one that I do feel a lot of us would relate to, including myself. Today we'll be talking about procrastination, which I do feel a lot of us go through that stage and will probably still go through it. But what better way to deal with something than to talk about it? Okay, so please do not be surprised when I keep looking at this side. It's because I always like to note down the things that I want to discuss and the few points that I want to talk about. Now, how many of us set a goal for ourselves beginning of the year, or probably a goal a few years back where you said, by this time I want to have started this, or to say this year this is what I want to achieve, whether it is starting a business, whether it is content creation, whatever it is, but it is something that is personal to you and it is your dream. Yet the year is ending and you haven't started. Why haven't you started? The reality is, it's easy to plan something in our heads, but to get up and actually do the action is not easy. Let's actually talk about the reason why we procrastinate. Let's talk about the fears and the anxiety. Let's talk about what scares us so much that you feel like if you keep postponing your dream, that's the only way to protect yourself from disappointment. Like most of us have things that we want to achieve, yet we always have so many excuses on why we can't start now. We always have a reason on why we haven't started yet. Procrastination basically prevents you from reaching your full potential, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your personal life. But the more you procrastinate, the more you just cannot get to that stage where you start something and actually see it through. So today, let's talk about a few reasons why we procrastinate. And for me, these are reasons that I felt resonated with me, reasons that I'm basically speaking from experience. Everybody might have experienced it differently, but I do believe that these are the common reasons. So I have about 4 reasons, so please bear with me, it will definitely be worth it. So guys, let's get right down into it. Let's talk about why we procrastinate. The first one is fear and anxiety, and I'm gonna try and break it down and actually talk about how I got over that. The first fear is a fear of failure. You know, as people, we are so scared of failing that we are not even willing to try. We are not even willing to start and see something through. You are so scared that what if I start this, or what if I do this and I fail? Then how do I move on from that? But have you ever thought of the fact that whatever you start, whether you fail or succeed, there's always something to take away from the failure. There's always something that you can choose to say, you know what? Yes, I started that, I failed, but I learned so much and I learned this and that from that thing. So to sit and say you haven't started something because you're afraid to fail, who hasn't failed? I don't think a lot of people that are successful out there just started one day and everything went honky-dory, everything went, straightforward and it was a success in one go. I do believe there are people who have started things and they failed, yet they learned so much from that failing experience that they knew what to do differently when they did it the second time around. So for me, I think that's the approach that I'm going for. Instead of sitting and saying, what if I fail? What if I pass? What if I'm successful? What if it actually does work out? But I'm never gonna know that until I get out of that what if I failed zone to let's start and see where it goes. So a lot of us are procrastinating because we're so afraid of failing, and we forget that failure is part of life. That's how we grow as people, that's how we learn as people. The second fear is fear of being criticized. Yo, guys, the way as people, the way we care so much about opinions of other people, the fact that what are these people gonna say, or how about people that know me, or people that I went to high school with, or people that I went to varsity with when they see me, or people that I work with. Guys, it doesn't matter. Everybody is out there living their lives, and if you're gonna stop pursuing your dreams because you don't want to be criticized, because you're afraid they will talk about you or they will criticize what you're doing, you know, most of the times when you start something, you look crazy to most people. Why? Because they don't understand your full vision, but you see it. Actually, I read somewhere where it said if what you want to do doesn't make you look crazy, then you're not at the stage of starting it as yet. It has to sound crazy for you to be able to know that you are pursuing this and you're gonna do it. And to sit and care about what people will say, people will criticize you. So what? So what? Who said we are here in this world to try and fit in? Or we are here in this world to make sure that we live to our full potential. But certain potentials will never be able to know them until you get out of your comfort zone and get to that uncomfortable space and you give it a try. So stop caring about people will criticize me. So what? Go and start that business. Go and start content creation. Whether you want to start YouTube, you want to start Instagram influencer, whatever it is, go and start it. What do you have to lose? The other fear is what will people say? Yo, this for me for the longest time was the stumbling block of me starting a YouTube channel. I used to care so much about what will people say. For years, I truly believe I would have started YouTube 5 years, 4 years ago, but I kept postponing it because I would keep saying to myself, no, what will people say about the people I know? People will think I'm crazy. I mean, who do I think I am that I think I can do this? And then one day I was sitting and I really just started to ask myself a question of why haven't I started? Because I knew that I have patience for this. I knew for me, this was something I have always wanted to do. And for me, it made sense because I have that passion and I understand what it is that I'm trying to do. So you have to get to a point in your life where what will people say doesn't matter. Who are those people? They also do have their own dreams and they're probably suffering from their own self-confidence and whatever. And you know what, when you're in this world, you have to understand that there are some dreams where you're gonna have to walk alone, and you will be so shocked at how many people that you knew who actually started from the bottom and today they're successful, and it looks like they were never there at the bottom. So most of us want to start at a point where you start and you're successful at the same time, and we forget that it's a steady growth. It's a step by step where you have to allow yourself to learn and you have to allow yourself to be disappointed, but you also have to trust in what you are passionate about and understand what it is all about. So guys, stop caring about what people say. It doesn't matter. People have their own problems. People are busy living their own lives while you are sitting here thinking, what will people say? They have nothing to say because people have their own lives. And if they want to talk, let them talk. So what? I mean, are you gonna let this stop you from starting that business, from doing whatever it is that you wanna do, whether you wanna change careers, whatever it is that you've been so afraid to do? Why are you letting the fear of what will people say stop you? The other fear is fear of being judged. Yo, you know, the way we as people, including myself, you sit and you think people are so busy judging you, or people are, you know, like people are gonna judge me. Do you understand? Half of the time when you think you're being judged, people are not even in your business. People have got their own problems. People are busy with their own issues. People have their own dreams that they're trying to get to. And you're sitting here thinking to yourself, what if they judge me? Do you know that with every single thing that we do in this world, you're always going to find people that click with you, whether it's in content. I'm going to speak on content because that's what I know. In content, you will find people that relate to your content, whether it's motherhood content, whether it's beauty content, whatever that you are passionate about. For me, for example, I'm passionate about talking about real life topics. I'm passionate about vlogs that have to do with my family, that have to do with a simple life that I live. And because I have passion for that, it doesn't feel like a chore when I do it. For me, it feels natural. It feels like I actually look forward to setting up and just sitting and having this conversation with you guys. Why? Because I understand why I'm doing it. I understand what vision that I have. I understand what it is that I want to see succeed through this. But if you are so busy with, I'm going to be judged, so what? So I think that's what I would talk about in terms of fear and anxiety. Those are the different fears that we have. It's the fear of failure, fear of being criticized, fear of being judged, fear of what will people say, basically. All right. Now, the second point is perfectionism. Most of us think that the people that are successful today started as being successful. If I can tell you how much I've learned from the first day I did my first YouTube video to where I am now, I mean, you can see the quality. If you can compare with when I started, there's a huge difference. Why? Because I started. Most of us think we're gonna be perfect. Like we actually think we need to wait to be perfect first before we can start. For you to get to that stage where you feel you are perfect, you have to start. You have to start, and you'll be amazed at what you get to learn along the way. You know that statement where they say practice makes perfect? That's basically how it is like when you start something. So most of us think the people that are now successful and they're doing it so well, they started being perfect. They didn't. They started somewhere. But you have to understand that growth comes with doing something. The more you do something, the more you grow into it. And the more you grow the confidence. I mean, I don't think a month ago when I started my channel, I could sit and talk like this. No, I always would be overthinking everything. I would think, no, but today I'm here. I sit and I get to have these conversations with you guys every single week. Why? Because I love it. I enjoy it. It is something that speaks to me. Most people want to be excellent from their word go. And this is exactly what makes people end up procrastinating, because you convince yourself that, no, I just need to practice more. How are you going to practice more if you have never started it? How are you going to get to that stage where you feel, you know what, I am happy with this quality. This is the kind of quality that we hoped for. Right. The other point that I have is we tell ourselves that there are already too many people doing what I want to do. Let me tell you something that I have learned from this journey of starting YouTube creation was there's always room for 100 more people in whatever it is that you want to do. And you have to understand that you are going to do things in your own way. You're not going to do them like the next person or the person after you or the other person. You are going to bring your own unique personality, of which there will be people that are attracted to that. You are going to bring your own originality. I feel like people get it wrong when they start something trying to copy someone else, or start something trying to be like somebody else. Then it's going to feel very heavy for you because it doesn't come natural. It's going to feel so heavy for you because it is not who you are. You are out here trying to stretch yourself to be something else that you are not. So when it comes to anything, there will always be someone else who was doing it before you, but they will never do it the way you do it. I feel like that's the aspect that we need to understand as people, that there's only one Ezisani. There's only one Ezi who's going to come and do the things that she does in her own way, and will find people that click with their personality. You need to understand your target market. When you understand your target market, or when you understand what it is that you want to do in whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's in a business, you want to sell something, whether it's in content creation, whatever it is that you want to do, understand your target market. When you understand your target market that aligns with your passion, then it is easy to show up every day, whether you get the results that you desire. I'll give you an example. There are videos that I do and I think this video is gonna do well, and it doesn't do as well as I expected. And then there are videos that I do and I don't think they will do well, and they go and they do so much better than I expected. But what keeps me going, irregardless of the results, is my passion. What keeps me going to post every single week is the passion of understanding that this is what I love to do. And this is definitely something that I look forward to doing. So that way, you will not base your business, your whatever it is that you want to do, based on how people react. You keep pushing regardless of how people react, and the more you push, the more the results show. So that's something that I want people to understand, is that whatever it is that you are starting, you have to understand that it is your dream. It is not the other people's dreams. People don't owe you anything. It is your dream. You'll be amazed at how much strangers support you, how much people that don't even know you support what you are providing to them because they clicked with your personality. And sometimes that is all you need, but you are never going to know until you start, until you try. The other reason why most of us don't go for what we really want to go for is low self-esteem. I feel like growing up, I did not have the highest self-esteem, but I would keep doing things that would scare me to do, but I would keep doing them anyway. And I feel like through doing the things that scare me, that's where you grow confident. Like you basically grow that confidence of saying, you know what, I'm going to give this a try and I'm going to see where this goes. But most of us think people that have confidence just woke up one day and they were born with confidence. Maybe there are people born with confidence, but I know I'm not one of them. I know that for me to get to that level of confidence, I need to get out of my comfort zone and I need to get to that place of uncomfort. And through that uncomfort, I am forced to maneuver around up until I get to that state where I say, okay, I belong here and I am here to do this. I mean, how many of us lack self-confidence in our jobs? How many of us lack self-confidence in basically just in life? You're constantly doubting yourself. You're constantly questioning, what if I can't do it? But what if you can? What if you can? Like, you know that thing where they say, how you think, how you speak? You need to be able to speak positivity into your life. You need to be able to believe what it is that you are saying. But if you don't even understand that I am here, that's where I want to see myself, then what are you working towards if you don't even have where you want to see yourself? You basically just want to be here. Then you will always be here and you're always going to say, no, I just don't have confidence. But what if you do? What if you actually do have that confidence and it is somewhere deep down in there and all it needs for you to do is dig deep? I mean, come on, guys. Do you know the power that you possess that you just need to tap into and to actually just start that thing that you want to start? Before this year ends, tap into that power. Those are the points that I definitely do feel a lot of us can relate to, where these are the reasons why we keep procrastinating, we keep postponing the things that we want to do. We keep saying, no, I'll do it someday. When is someday? I mean, what if you give yourself this opportunity to change your life? What if you give yourself this opportunity to start and give it a try? But you're out here letting the fear of failure, the fear of what will people say, stop you. I mean, does that make sense to you? Should you really let that stop you? Please take this as an encouragement for you to start. The year is almost ending. You know exactly what goals you set for yourself beginning of the year that you haven't started or that you are too afraid to start. Start now. Yes, it may not be easy, but you might just enjoy it. It might actually just become a success. You might actually be that person who is supposed to take your family out of poverty, who's supposed to take your parents out of the kind of situation that they're living in, take care of your siblings through your dream. But you're never going to know that until you start and you try that one thing that you want to do. You have to understand that with every single dreams that we have, they are unique to us. And only you understand it and only you can execute it. So guys, let's stop living in fear. Let's stop living in the fear of what will people say. What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if you actually succeed? What if? I mean, have you actually ever thought, what if I actually succeed? Then you're going to become the talk of those topics where people say, I used to know that girl. I actually know that girl. She started from here. But guys, we have dreams. Most of us want to start businesses. Most of us want to start content creation, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is that you want to do, you know, but just start. Guys, I hope this definitely encourage someone to go and actually relook at that thing that they've always wanted to start. But yeah, please do leave your comment on the comment section below of what is it that you've been so afraid of wanting to start, but you just didn't have the courage, or you just kept postponing it, or just kept procrastinating, saying no, you know, I'm afraid I'm gonna fail, or all these kind of things. Guys, leave it on the comment. We have all experienced that. I am speaking from experience. For the longest time, I was so afraid of learning how to swim. Why? Because when I was a kid, I went to the river with my mom. We were going to do the washing there, and I slipped on a stone and I fell in the water. And my mom literally had to yank me out of that water. I was screaming for my life, and there was nothing I could do. And for the longest time, I feared water. We could go anywhere where we had to swim, and I feared water so much. Until that one day when I decided, you know what, I'm tired of living under fear. I am going to go for the swimming lessons, and I'm going to give it my all. And today I know how to swim confidently. When I get into the pool, I at least know what I'm doing. And sometimes all we need to do is start. So yeah, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for this week. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to leave your comment on the comment section below about what it is that you have been procrastinating. So yeah, guys, this life is to be lived, and the only way that we can live the life is to be willing to give it a go and to be willing to try whatever it is that we want to succeed. Dreams are personal to you, and only you know what it is that you want to see yourself succeed. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode for this week. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.